Hey everybody, welcome to Southern Logic Media, where I'm keeping you informed. Let's do this. Hey everybody, welcome to Southern Logic Media. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending just a few minutes of your time with me. I really appreciate it. I really do. Guys, man, I have got a great video for you guys today. We're about to get into it, but I wanted to give a little bit of, I don't know, background on what's going on in this video and my thoughts on it. Israel, Hamas. You know, these college students that's going on, these elite college students going around and doing all these protests and blaming Israel. Israel's the blah, 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 you know, Israel, Palestine, free, free. Oh my God. They're so smart, they're stupid. They don't do their homework. And they're college students. They're future judges and doctors and lawyers and whatnot. But in my opinion, they're dumb as dirt. Wow. I want to blame Israel for everything. Guys, this wasn't Israel's fault at all. They didn't ask for this. They got 1,700 of their people slaughtered in the streets by these evil Hamas demons. Very evil. That's the equivalent of us in the United States losing 40,000 of our people in just a few hours. And I ain't talking about just regular murder. I'm talking about slaughter. You know, children, women, the elderly. They took 176, I believe, hostages. Don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% certain on how many were finally captured by Hamas. But now they released some of them, but they supposedly have 33 of them they're holding still. And all I can say is God bless them hostages, because you know they're going through hell right now. And these college students, and I don't know. It's unreal, guys. I mean, they're you know, all this want to be Palestinian supporters. It just blows my mind, because it's easy to see the reasoning behind this. Israel didn't ask for this. They were forced into it. They had to. They had no other alternatives. What are they going to do? Let them kill innocent civilians of Jews and just say, okay, it's okay? No, they're going after the snake in Gaza. They're going after the snake, and the snake is on his last stand, because Israel has done annihilated 90% of Hamas, and they got to finish the job. They can't just let this go. And right now, as I speak, there are pamphlets being flown over Rafah. That's on the southern end of Gaza, and borders Egypt and borders Israel. And they're on they are dropping pamphlets all over Rafah right now, letting the civilians know, giving the civilians a chance to get the out of there. And Hamas's final battalion is there right now, including the head of the snake is a guy named Yahya Sinwar. He's a devil himself. And so they're getting ready to go into Rafah. They try to have some truce talks or whatnot. And that's not working. And Israel's got to do what Israel's got to do, because if they let Hamas get away with this with a slap on the wrist and let just keep them in power. That's their main goal, to stay in power. They don't care how many people, how many Palestinian. Oh, did you hear that? You Palestinian supporters? They don't care about their own civilians. But anyway, that's what these college students are supporting, and it's shameful. It's shameful. But Israel is about to finish it off. They're about to go in there and take out that last battalion of Hamas, and everybody has tried to stop them. But Israel has to do what Israel has to do. They didn't ask for this war. It was put upon them. So, with that being said, I'm going to introduce you to Yawar Pinto. He's a correspondent for TVN, and he's one of the most informative correspondents that I've seen. He is not only a correspondent, but he gives a daily report of what's really going on with Israel that the liberal media is not going to tell you. But he's also a soldier, so he's been on the ground, boots on the ground, so to say. So he comes out and tells you what's really going on. So guys, go by and support him, support his channel, like and subscribe to him, and if you would, like and subscribe to mine. I really appreciate that. It helps me keep going. This is not easy at all, but hey, it's a platform. I can get my thoughts and get what I think out is important to my Patriot family, and I consider everyone else, especially you that subscribe, y'all family now. You Patriot family. I appreciate you. So, and you future subscribers, yes, I'm talking to you all too. Come and enjoy some Southern slang, some good information that I'm bringing to you, and let's get started right now and go support this guy. He's a good dude.
Saturday, October 7th. It was a sunny morning. It was also the Jewish high holiday of Simchat Torah, the Feast of Tabernacles. The girls and our little baby boy woke me and my wife up early that day, and we were having a lazy morning at home. At around 6:30 in the morning, sirens started blaring throughout the country, warning us that rockets were falling inside Israeli territory. This wasn't just the usual barrage of rockets that we were used to seeing every few years. These were thousands of rockets that were fired from the Gaza Strip and aimed at the Tel Aviv metropolis and all the way up the coast from there. From that moment, my reality and that of every Israeli citizen changed forever. I'm Yair Pinto, and this is My State, a program about current events, my belief in God, and my journey in the Holy Land. And by the way, behind me, that's the Gaza Strip.
Wow.
On October 7th, this road that you see right here next to me was packed with Hamas terrorists that...
You guys listen to him good, okay? Seriously. And this will really help you to understand, if you if you don't watch this closely, what really went on October 7th.
Opened fire towards any Israeli vehicle they saw. Just imagine the scene. Kids, children that were here at the music festival were running left and right, seeking shelter in bushes, in trees, and trying to escape and survive. About half an hour later, the media began reporting incidents of terrorists infiltrating settlements, kibbutzim, and cities in the western Negev. And the IDF press office started confirming
Like I said, guys, Israel didn't ask for this.
reports of hostages and prisoners of war taken captive by Hamas. That same evening, the IDF had already begun mobilizing the reserves, me included. I kissed my family goodbye, put on my uniform, and left for the base. On the way, I heard the President of the United States, Joe Biden, on the radio, making a special statement that warned all the neighboring countries of the region not to join in the attack against Israel. That evening, the Israeli government announced that we are at war to bring about the destruction of the government and military capabilities of Hamas. The IDF press office released a statement saying that this is the biggest terrorist incident experienced by the state of Israel ever. According to the estimates, the terrorists attacked 20 communities and 11 IDF bases. So here I am today, 6 months later. I'm standing in Kfar Aza. This is one of many ground zeros. There are still no words. More than 70 people were massacred, including babies, children, and the elderly. And 18 were taken hostage to the Gaza Strip. And this is just in Kfar Aza, just in this kibbutz. Now let's pivot a bit and talk about the overall strategy and progression of the war. There were 4 main stages. The first stage was ensuring that all terrorists who had infiltrated Israel on October 7th were caught. From there, the Air Force took over and executed long-range attacks by air over a period of a number of weeks. The goal of this stage was to prepare the area for forces to enter the Gaza Strip on the ground. Strategically speaking, an army doesn't invade a territory from the ground before attacking by air. Otherwise, there would be countless places for snipers to hide and enemy units to ambush the forces. And then it came. I was on my way back to the base one day. I was driving alone when I received a call from my commanding officer. Get your gear ready and prepare to go to Khan Yunis, inside the Gaza Strip. My first thought was, how am I going to tell this to my wife? I stopped the car for a moment on the side of the road and prayed. I prayed that if this is from God, He will give me peace. And the next day, I was inside Khan Yunis, in the heart of the Gaza Strip. Phase 1 and Phase 2 of the maneuver was to damage the command and control capabilities of Hamas and its military bases, those below and those above the ground. That is why the focus was on attacking Hamas's factories for creating weapons, command headquarters, and anything that allowed Hamas to function as a terrorist army. There was no advance warning of anything that happened on October 7th. So most of the information was obtained by us, the soldiers on the ground. We're talking about an incredibly complicated spaces that only a terrorist organization with such a twisted terrorist mind could produce. And I'm talking about the Gaza Strip. It's a sick psychological warfare Hamas is fighting. And they prepared for this war for years, above and below the ground, very much below the ground, in huge tunnel systems and in hospitals, kindergartens, and buildings of the United Nations organization. So then we got
hospitals and kindergartens. They would hide in the hospitals and kindergartens, knowing that Israel wouldn't strike on hospitals and kindergartens. Unreal. I tell you, Hamas are evil.
got to phase 3 of the war, when the IDF withdrew from certain offensive areas, while at the same time continuing to fight the war from the ground and from the air. After that, the IDF released some reservists to return to their civilian lives, and that included me. I was so relieved and happy to be able to return to my beloved family. unless Hamas's military infrastructure and resources are completely destroyed, the story of the place I'm standing in, Far Gaza, and similar ones from the other
Do you hear him? He said completely destroyed.
kibbutzim around this region will only be the beginning. Not only that, but not destroying Hamas would actually create legitimacy for another October 7th. Now we get to the part everyone would like to know about. Prime Minister Netanyahu recently ordered a ground campaign in the last stronghold of power in the southern part of Gaza, Rafah,
Rafah.
which the IDF has not yet entered. This is the last location that Hamas still controls. Hamas operates from Rafah, and that's also where the Israeli hostages most likely are kept.
Hey guys, remember, I just told you that today, this particular video was done a couple of days ago, I believe. But today, Israel has started dropping the pamphlets, and that's usually, hey, you want to live, get out of Rafah. They're giving them warning. I don't think there's a major attack on the last bastion of HAMAS'S last battalion. I don't think it's going to come like today. I'm thinking at least by a couple of days it's going to be on, because they do want to give the regular civilians a way out, and letting them know that they're coming in, and they're coming in strong. They had talks going on, but they broke down. Hamas wanted to pretty much stay in power, and that's not going to happen. Israel needed to do this probably a long time ago, but it is what it is, and this is what it's come to. But so I don't think they're going to do it like tonight or tomorrow, maybe a couple of days, giving the civilians a chance to get out, and give them plenty of time to get out. Which Hamas is probably not going to let them do, because they want to use them as human shields, and they're going to try to block their passage any way as possible. I'm sure because listen, college kids, Hamas doesn't care about Palestinian civilians. They don't care about them. They don't. You got all this humanitarian food coming in from Rafah, and it's all going to Hamas. All the money that's been given to Hamas, the Palestinian people, Hamas has taken it and bought a lot of cement to build their tunnels. Instead of giving it to the Gaza people, they kept it for themselves. And they're just, like I said, they don't care about the people. I doubt they let these people go. And who'll get blamed for the civilian deaths in this upcoming fight? Well, it'll be Israel, of course. But they won't say a thing about Hamas wouldn't let them people go. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. That's what's in the cards, in my opinion. Let's keep listening.
It's been more than 2 months since we started hearing about this, and the announcement provoked many international reactions. Without a ground operation in Rafah, the IDF won't be able to dismantle this terrorist organization, Hamas. Let me tell you a bit about Rafah. Why is it a significant focus for Hamas, and how does it continue to function during the war? What's going on in that city? Rafah is the southernmost city in the Gaza Strip, and currently contains about 1.3 million Palestinians, most of which have been displaced since the fighting began. Before that, about 300,000 people lived in that city. So we're talking about a significant amount of population that would have to be protected in a potential ground operation. According to estimates, there are 2 battalions still operational all over the Gaza Strip, operating guerrilla style. There are 4 more Hamas battalions in Rafah. In total, according to the Israeli Defense Minister, Yoav Gallant, Hamas had 24 battalions in the Gaza Strip, of which the IDF has so far dismantled 19. There's another reason Rafah is so important to Hamas. Every day, about 178 trucks pass through the Rafah crossing daily.
Listen to this, guys. Listen. All right, I want you to, especially you college kids, you elite college kids, listen to what he's getting ready to say. If you're listening to my video, you listen to what he's getting ready to say.
Into the Gaza Strip. Before the war, about 500 trucks with goods and about 108 trucks entered the strip every day. During the war, humanitarian aid has been unstable, and Hamas wants to make sure they control whatever does in fact make it through into the Gaza Strip, since they steal it anyway.
See? Told you.
It's important to remember that before the war, Rafah was characterized by a high population density, a high unemployment rate, a housing shortage, on top of unstable water supply. Rafah is also situated on the border with Egypt to the south, with a large tunnel system underneath. So it's perfect for smuggling weapons for war and other resources like vehicles and animals. This is why Rafah is such a key city for Hamas. Without control of Rafah, Hamas's oxygen pipe to the outside world, which relies on smuggling, is cut off. Before proceeding with any operation in Rafah, Israel will have to provide some kind of plan for tending to the multitudes of refugees who fled there when the war started further north.
That started today.
In the Gaza Strip. The international community is very concerned about Israel entering Rafah and is warning of devastating consequences. Egypt is very worried about a mass escape of refugees into Sinai, so they built a wall to try and prevent it. There is also a heavy pressure from the United States demanding to see a complete and viable plan for the safe evacuation of the refugees before any ground operation moves forward. So everyone is arguing about what might be important in this situation. It's the residents of Gaza who live under the terror of Hamas, and everyone has an opinion about the potential danger to them in the event of a ground invasion. But no one is arguing about the fact that the IDF should go in and eliminate Hamas. And that's what matters. That the day after this war, Hamas no longer exists. There will be peace for Israel, and the residents who were evacuated from their homes in their own country will be able to return to their houses in the Israeli community.
Once Hamas is finally gone, wow, the Palestinian, the normal everyday Palestinian is going to have so much of a better life. So much of a better life. I hope. But it still remains to be seen, right?
Communities surrounding the Gaza Strip. This is what brings me back to where I'm walking now. This is where it all started that day on October 7th. We, the people of Israel, are currently busy rebuilding and looking ahead, never forgetting the heavy loss and the trauma to Israeli lives, but also remembering to look ahead to the future and restore our lives. Only by strengthening the Israeli communities in the Gaza periphery and rehabilitating the region, our victory over Hamas will be complete. So we understood what is happening in the Gaza Strip, and particularly in Rafah. It's a very complicated situation, and I want to urge you to pray Pray for wisdom for the leaders that are involved in making these decisions, the Israeli leaders, the American leaders, and the international community. They definitely need your help. Please pray for the Israeli hostages to be released and reunited with their loved ones. Please pray for the Palestinian people that are being used as human shields to have a better leadership than Hamas. Please pray for the IDF to win this war against a terrorist organization. And most importantly, please join us in prayer for the peace of Jerusalem.
Well, there you have it, guys. There you have it. It's a pure mess out there. I hope the best comes out for everybody involved. But I was just getting disgusted by what these kids over here in America are doing. These college kids, they have definitely lost their way. They're being indoctrinated by these professors. I mean, it's just craziness. How can anybody in their right mind support Hamas? How can any, you can support the Palestinian people, but I don't support all of them because all of them are not good. They are the ones that voted Hamas in from the start with. But like I said, get ready. In the next couple of days, I'm sure it's going to happen. We'll see what happens with the rest of these countries that are surrounding Israel. What they're going to do about it, if anything. I mean, you still got, Hezbollah and the Houthis and all them other terrorist organizations all around Israel. They're surrounded. Just imagine living in a state in the United States and you're the only one there. Well, your state is the only one there, and the rest of the United States is 100% your enemy. That's pretty much the way it is. I mean, God bless Israel. God bless the Jewish nation. That's the way it is, folks. We're getting ready to see in the next couple of days what's going to go down really over there, and see if anybody else jumps in the meantime. And I will keep you updated on it. That's how I roll. But really, guys, I appreciate you guys stopping by and spending just a few minutes of your time with me. I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Please like and subscribe. That's very important. Not getting too many of them, and it's disheartening sometimes, but you keep going, you keep going, you keep going. You don't stop. Sooner or later, people's going to catch on and join this patriot family, because that's what I call everybody. Even the ones that haven't joined. If they've watched a few minutes of my videos, I consider them one of my own, and patriotic, God-fearing, God-loving, and country-loving, good Southern folk, Northern folk, whatever you are, it doesn't matter as long as you love God and your country, and you're fine with me. I don't care what color you are. I don't care about races, and that's been taken way too far now. The racism is going away. Not all, but most of it has gone away since I've grown up anyway. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, and please like and share, and help me build my station. And I give all the glory to God for letting me have this platform, but I give a lot of thanks to you all for helping me get my message out. There's no money in it for me. I don't make nothing, zero, nothing. And I don't really, be honest with you, I mean, it'd be nice, but I don't care about it. I have, I have some full-time stuff that I do, so I'm not worried about it. I just want to get my message out and tamp down these algorithms and get the message out where I can reach more people. And if they can understand my southern slang, I mean, it will be good. But, hey, some people like it. But I got some more information I'm gonna bring on in the next couple videos. I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit more about me and my life and what's going on with me, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it. So anyway, guys, much love. God bless. And like I say, every video I do, you are valued way more than you know. Even sometimes you don't, think people value, but I know a God that does. He values every hair on your head. So keep the faith, keep your head up, and God bless you all. Until the next video, bye.